What's up, adventurers? Welcome to Stream Your Own Adventure. I am your host, Matt. Thank you for coming on down and checking me out. If you're new to the channel, where the hell have you been? But seriously, if you're new to the channel, what we do here, I do here, is I read Choose Your Own Adventure novels. Yes, those Choose Your Own Adventure novels from your childhood and mine. And as I read them, I give you, the audience, a choice to decide where we go next. And then we keep going. If we reach fame and fortune, we start again. If we reach death and despair, which it's always death and despair, we start again. But I take a drink. I encourage you to play the at-home game. It plays the exact same way. I also encourage you to use moderation and be responsible if you're playing the at-home game. That being said, let's get into it. Today's book is Inside UFO 5440. It boasts a possible 30 endings. It's the 12th in the series, and it's by Edward Packard. Illustration by Paul Granger, who is a normal mainstay in the Choose Your Own Adventure community. We had a very interesting one 2 weeks ago. What was that one called? Let me look up the name again. The Mystery of the Maya, if I'm not mistaken. And that had a different, had a different illustrator. Interesting. Was still a fan of the work. Just interesting. So, as always, for those of you who are hanging out on this fine Sunday night enjoying an adult beverage, cheers to you. Some tasty stuff. And I totally forgot the name of what I'm drinking. It's a Lawson IPA, Sunshine, something like that. Sip Sunshine. I'll look it up later. Alright. Let's, okay. I don't know why, what, huh? Something, okay, that's more like it. My digital reader has jumped me ahead to many a page. Okay. As always, I'm going to read the warning because I think it's funny. Warning, do not read this book straight through from beginning to end, exclamation point. These pages contain many different adventures you can have inside UFO 5440. From time to time, as you read along, you will be asked to make a choice. Your choice may lead to success or disaster. The adventures you have will be the result of the decisions that you make. After your choice is made, follow the instructions to see what happens next. I already said that. There's a special warning, so this is new. This is new for us. While you are on board UFO 5440, please keep your arms and legs. I'm just kidding. You may hear about Ultima, the planet of paradise, and you may wonder if one of your adventures will lead you there. Sad to say, you never reach Ultima, because no one can get there by making choices or following instructions. There is a way to reach Ultima. Maybe you'll find it. Okay. Not entirely sure what that means, but looking at my lighting, and it looks pretty funky. So let's see how this looks next. Yeah, alright. That means nothing to me. If we can't get to Ultima, but we can secretly get to Ultima. There we go. What's up, guys? Let's see. Righteous Phoenix, how are you? Stuff Y, always a pleasure. Lorraine, my #1 fan. If I ever make t-shirts, you're gonna get a free one, I promise you. Oh, Jesus. Ultima or bust. Alright, let's make Ultima happen. I mean, wow. Okay, there's already a nifty drawing. So let's see if I can, yep. So this is what I guess UFO 5440 looks like. And for size comparison, at the bottom there is apparently a, I don't know what the hell it is, the Concorde? I don't know. There's a whole room for computers, apparently. Oh, it is a Concorde for comparison. What do you know? See, there's a whole propulsion section. Computers, there's an artifact section. There's the chambers of UTY, the bridge, storage, chambers of captured aliens, and there's a shuttlecraft with a great window. Okay. Alrighty then. Oh, okay. Alright, well, here we... Actually, I'm going to put you guys on mute for one moment. And by you, I mean me. I'm going to mute myself and fix my microphone. So it's... Okay. Alright, that looks a little bit better. Do what I can with what I got. That ain't much. Alright. Yeah, do what I can with what I got. That ain't much. Alright, let's see. Wow. Rich, what's up, dude? How's the left coast treating you? You know, honestly, Ultima is a friendship we made along the way. Ultima was always inside of us the whole time. All right, let's drop in. Page 1 seems like a fitting place to start. It's your first trip on the Concorde, the supersonic jet airliner that crosses the Atlantic in 3 hours and 45 minutes, which is no longer in existence. Dated reference. Right now, you're at 57,000 feet in mid-flight from New York to Paris. You look up from the magazine you've been reading as a voice comes over the loudspeaker. This is your Captain Ravel speaking. We're about halfway across the Atlantic now at altitude 54, longitude 40. We've just come onto a new course that will bring us over the coast of France in about 90 minutes. Those of you on the left side of the plane may be able to see the southern tip of Greenland. You glance out the window hoping to see Greenland. Instead, you see a gleaming white cylinder, several times larger than the Concorde, but without wings, engines, or ports. The object, glistening in the early morning sun, is coming straight at you. Ugh, there's something on the wing. Look! The white-haired man sitting next to you leans toward the window to get a better view. At what? Don't you see it? It's coming right at us. He opens his mouth to answer, but he says nothing because you are no longer there. So very quickly, there's a little quick sketch of you chilling in your seat like, hey man, we're about to be like raided by space pirates. Da, da, da. Looks like a priest. He leans over, he's probably trying to... Alright. Yeah, dead on the first page, right? Page... Oh crap. Turn to page 6. Quite the leap early on. You were sitting on a thick rubbery mat in a circular room. The room is bathed in a pale white light, yet you see no windows or doors or lamps. You remember now, sitting in the Concorde, this huge white object coming at you. The plane shuddering and... Where are you? The pale lights turn violet, and, mixing with oranges and reds, it brightens, as if the sun were about to rise. A voice is speaking, except it is not speaking. You are hearing thoughts entering directly into your brain. We are the UTY Masters. The UTI Masters. You are on the galactic ship Rakma, orbiting the planet Earth. You have been chosen to be a specimen in the Galactic Zoo on the Imperial planet of Ra. If you refuse to cooperate, you will be sent to Somo. You may make one statement. So, yep, death on the first page too. That's not the correct command. So our first order of business, first choice coming up right now. As I punch that in, the question is, do we demand to be returned? Or do you want to know more about the... Okay. Let's see. It's too short. So, no more about. Oh my goodness! I wish I could type more about Utah. Let's learn about Utah. All right. Polls up, and that's totally a thing. Don't like that you can see that. That is bothersome. Just a little bit more. Arrgh. Oh, pop filter. Okay. For for what it's worth, I keep reading it as UNITY. That's Unity. It's like Queen Latifah. Yeah, it was Queen Latifah. Yeah, when I went to Europe, I was really upset that the Concorde didn't exist because, 10 hours to London was pretty shitty. Polls up sounds like a video I saw once. Yeah. All right, we're gonna find out more about our captors. Turn to page 4. Oh, here's a goofy drawing of you sitting on a used mattress. Okay. All right, page 4. Tell me about yourselves, you say. Why did you choose to visit Earth? Thoughts in your brain. We study Earth people as your scientists study bacteria under a microscope. We came to Earth in search of Ultima, the planet of paradise. Wow, already another choice. Okay. So, our next choices include offer help. Oh my goodness, what the heck just happened here? Alright, let's try that again. Offer help to help find Ultima, or ask the Utah how they think they could reach Ultima by visiting Earth. Get smart. Yeah, so your choices are offer to help the Utah Masters find Ultima, or get smart by asking them how they think they can find Ultima by looking at Earth. That's what you want to do, really. As you're captured by aliens, you really want to mouth off to them, right? That's a smart thing to do. Yep. Alright, let's see what's going on here. How's everybody's Sunday going? What's everybody up to? It's a hot one, huh? For those of you who are in the East Coast, specifically the New York metropolitan area and the surrounding tri-state areas, it's been pretty warm the last couple of days. My AC's been working overtime, I'll tell you that much. Probably see me sweating. Dab will do ya. And I apologize for you hearing my AC, but there's not much I can do about that at the moment. So, our polls are split. So let's see. I'm a smart ass. I think we should get smart with them. We're going to go to page 25. Stuff why it shouldn't have been a boring weekend. It shouldn't have been a boring day for you. You should have been writing. Can confirm LA is damn hot. Cardiac drop. What's up, man? Can confirm. Sorry, that's how I should have read that. Allegedly. Cardiac drop. What's going on, dude? How's everything? Good to see you. Appreciate you. Page 25. How can you find Ultima by visiting Earth, you ask? The moment you speak, sparks fly about your head, buzzing like angry bees. You dive to the floor and cover your face with your arms. The sparks die down, except for a glowing ember that lands near your feet. It flares for a few seconds, then turns gray, then black. Cautiously, you touch it, and then pick it up. It's like a tiny, smooth pebble you might find on the beach, yet it's denser than lead. You will cooperate. The voice is speaking again, trying to gather your wits. You answer, I'm a human being. Please, the lights flicker. The ship is descending so fast that you are pinned to the floor. You are unsuitable. We shall return you to Earth. Your memory will be erased. You will never know that you have ever been in space. Page 114. I like to hear that you made slight progress, stuff. Slight progress is better than no progress, so just gotta keep plugging away, dude. It's tough being this creative, right? 114. You were sitting in a room at home, feeling very strange. What's happened? You remember having boarded the Concorde bound for France, sitting in a seat next to a white-haired man, then reaching into your pocket, you pull out a pebble about the size and shape of a watermelon seed. Why is it so heavy? You turn it over and over in your hand, then toss it in the wastebasket. It's just a matter of luck whether it lands in the wastebasket or not. You have about a 50-50 chance. They're really going to ask this? Okay, so our next poll is going to be maybe the stupidest one I've ever seen. Does it go in? Does it not? So, we threw this watermelon-sized pebble at a garbage can, and now we have to decide if it goes in or out. What should have asked is if we said Kobe beforehand. Because when you say Kobe, you always get it in. I personally prefer John Stockton, so I stay Stockton. Don't listen to me. Man, that is tasty. I hope everyone at home who is of adult age is enjoying adult beverages and doing it responsibly. Let's see. Nice. Stuff-wise, a lurkin'. I lurk all the time. It's kind of what I do. Wow, alright. It does not go in. I can see our self-esteem is very high. Either that or we just thought, well, this kid's white. That's not happening. Alright. Page 50. Page 50, here we come. My slider's not working. 251.50. Bang. Alright. The strange object lands in the wastebasket with a thud, and you think about it no more. A few days later, you were talking with a friend of yours, Todd Hawkins. Did you see the airplane pilot on TV last night? Todd asks. He and his crew swear that a couple of days ago they saw an alien spaceship over the Atlantic. Really? Yeah, it was at latitude 54 and longitude 40, so they've called it UFO 5440. They did the thing. At first, they thought a passenger was missing, but none of the doors had opened. There was no way a passenger could have just disappeared. They finally decided that the passenger list must have been wrong. Something about what Todd tells you sets you to thinking about the flight you took on the Concorde, and something about a trip to France, but for some reason, no matter how hard you try, you just can't remember what happened. The end. Alright, so that's an ending. That's an ending in which we didn't die. But, okay, I can't rewind the page. Anyway, that's an ending in which we didn't die, and that's an ending in which we start all over again. Yep, Lorraine, I'm right with you. Sometimes, I mean, you've been here since day one. You know how fickle some of these endings are. They are not some of the best, but what are we going to do? I'm going to have a sip of water, and then we are going to start all over again. All right. One quick check of something, and then we go. All right. Here we go from the top. It's your first trip on the Concorde, the supersonic jet that crosses the Atlantic in 3 hours and 45 minutes. Right now, you're at 57,000 feet in the air, in mid-flight from New York to Paris. You look up from the magazine you've been reading as the voice comes over the loudspeaker. This is your Captain Ravel speaking. We're about halfway across the Atlantic now, at latitude 54 and longitude 40. Cheeky bastards. We've just come onto a new course that will bring us over the coast of France in about 90 minutes. Those of you on the left side of the plane may be able to see the southern tip of Greenland. You glance out of the window, hoping to see Greenland. Instead, you see a glowing white cylinder several times larger than the Concorde, but without wings, engines, or ports. The object glistening in the early morning sunlight is coming straight at you. Look! The white-haired man sitting next to you leans toward the window to get a better view. And what? Do you see it? It's coming right at us. He opens his mouth to answer, but says nothing because you're no longer there. We move on to page 6. You are sitting on a thick rubbery mat in a circular room. The room is bathed in a pale white light, yet you see no windows or doors or lamps. You remember now, sitting in the Concorde, the huge white object coming at you, the plane shuddering, and where are you? The pale lights turn violet, and mixing with oranges and red, it brightens, as if the sun were about to rise. A voice is speaking, except it is not speaking. You are hearing thoughts entering directly into your brain. We are the Yutai Masters. You are on the galactic ship Rakim. Rakma. Rakim is someone completely different. Orbiting the planet Earth. You have been chosen to be a specimen in the galactic zoo on the imperial planet of Ra. I wonder if you're trying to say that ancient Egyptians and their gods are aliens. If you refuse to cooperate, you will be sent to Somo. You may make one statement. So, our first poll for this new read-through is going to be: do we demand to be returned to Earth? That is, or do we learn more about our captors? Because they're jerks. Well, Phoenix, I mean, you really could just vote our way back to shooting Kobe shots into a trash can, and we could theoretically try it again. The choice is yours. Oh, I just had that Seinfeld moment. Look at that. I wasn't picking my nose! Alright. Anyway. Man. Hey. My chair's a little too high. Now it's too low. This is a fun game. Alright, let's see. Demand to be returned. Well, I don't think that's gonna happen this go, Phoenix. Looks like everybody wants to go back to Earth. I don't know why, but okay. Here we go. Back to Earth we go. There's a lot of capital letters on this page. Page 3. Though there is no one in the room, you speak out loud. You speak out in a loud voice. Return me to Earth. You have no right to hold me prisoner. The only law is the law of the Yutai. Again, the voice seems to be inside your brain. When it speaks this time, a whole wall dissolves before your eyes. A moment later, you find yourself floating through the air, drawn by some mysterious force along a curving passageway. In the dim yellow light, you can make out human figures. Sitting right in front of you on thin white mats are a girl with long black hair and a slender blonde boy. Their legs are crossed and their arms are folded in front of them. They seem to be meditating. You are excited to find other human beings, yet you suddenly feel very tired. You want to sleep. Maybe you'll be able to think better when you wake up. Ugh, these 3 choices. Hey, Anime Podcast, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Always a pleasure having you. Welcome to the ish show that is UFO 5440. Our choices for this next one are sleep, fight sleep, like with your fists. No, fight, sleep, and attempt to wake up others, or explore. It says explore elsewhere. I don't know what that really means, but explore elsewhere. Salutations. You are so proper. I thoroughly enjoy it. Gotta keep the whistle lubricated. Throwback. Sleep, fight, sleep, and wake others up, or decide to explore elsewhere. Those are our choices in this very strange I don't even know what to call this. This very strange situation we've entered in. All because we're demanding Americans. Cheers. Yeah. Oh, all right, we're gonna explore. So page 8. Page 8. Good old page 8. Alright. You grope along the wall of the cavern-like chamber, seeking a door or a passageway to another part of the ship. What do the U-Time Masters want of you? Why did they have to pick you out of 4 billion people on the planet? You shall not leave the chamber of the Earth people. Once again, the voice you hear is not a voice at all, but a thought directly entering your brain. Press against the wall on your left. This time, another voice is speaking, a real voice. You cautiously touch the wall. Instantly, it dissolves. There, hovering in the air, is a blue-gray form, shaped like a human, but fuzzy and indistinct, like a patch of very thick fog. You can help us, the creature speaks from somewhere within its vaporous, mouthless head. My name is Inku, captive from Alara. How do you know my language, you ask? Think how much you can learn in 800 years. 800 Earth years, excuse me. That's how long I've been a prisoner on this ship. How can I help you, you ask? I have no power. Turn to page 10. Oh, here's our good buddy, Inku. Just made him dance unintentionally. Inku holds out a tiny statue, which we just saw in that drawing. It has taken me hundreds of years to make this. It is an idol that the U-Time Masters, the rulers of this ship, believe will lead to Ultima, the planet of paradise. They will follow the orders of whomever holds it, if that person is a human being. I am not, but you are, so take it. But you must promise me this. If you get control of this ship, you will take me to my home planet. You think a moment and say, before I decide to promise you anything, I have a whole audience of people who's going to make this choice for me. Tell me, would I be able to reach Ultima? You cannot reach it by choosing what to do, says Inku. Before you can ask him what he means, you hear the voice inside your brain. Follow the ember lights back to the chamber of the Earth people. Do not talk. Do not take anything with you. Go and take this, but only if you will keep your promise. Inku presses the idol towards you. Your father had this watch. He wasn't going to let them get their greasy hands on it. So our next choice. Do we take the idol? Or do we leave the idol? I don't know. I think that's pretty straightforward. You tell me that if I'm going to hold this idol, these weird, unseen space beings are going to listen to me, I'll do it. You know, I always forget I can vote. I'm going to vote. Man, if that isn't a metaphor for my life. What? Why would we leave the idol? Whoever voted that is crazy. I'm kidding. It's your show. You vote however you want. I am but a humble servant to you. Probably shouldn't have said that, but okay. Gonna regret that. And we're tied. I need a vote. Someone please vote. Yay. And it's gonna be down to the wire. Take the idol. Page 15. Should make this a musical. Page 15. You take the idol and start down the passageway, following the moving ember lights. The object in your hand seems to be a statue of a human head, and a strangely distorted head. Suddenly, the lights grow brighter. You can see the idol more clearly. It looks like one of the mysterious stone statues erected in ancient times by the inhabitants of Easter Island in the South Pacific. Knowledge. But you have no chance to think further. The voice of the Yutai sounds in your brain. Lie down and sleep now. Okay. You don't want to resist, but you feel, you want to resist, but you feel drowsy. Very drowsy. You lie down and doze off, wondering, what good is this idol? What powers does it have? How will it get you home? Turn to page 54. 54, we're going to page 54. Alright. You awaken to find yourself in another room. Floating in midair are 3 glowing, pulsating spheres. Your skin tingles, your hair stands on end. You have disobeyed the Yutai. You will be sent to Somo to sleep for 1 billion years. So it is these highly charged forms that have been transmitting through your brain. So it is these highly charged forms that have been transmitting thoughts into your brain, the Yutai Masters. You hold up the idol and thrust it toward the glowing forms. Instantly they glide toward the floor. Their dim lights, holy cow, what's going on tonight? Had a Yogi Berra moment right there. Or was that Phil Rizzuto? It was Phil Rizzuto. Their light dims. The chamber is filled with a low whistling sound. You are the key. You can lead us to Ultima. Command, and we shall follow. Guess it worked. As these words ring inside your brain, you realize the idol does have power. The Yutai think that you can lead them to Ultima, the planet of paradise. Trademark. You want to ask them to take you to Earth, but you remember that you promised Inku to return him to his home planet. Page 56. Here's a drawing, all right. That's you flexing your might. How long will it take us to reach Alara, you ask? 16 years. You feel a sinking feeling. 16 years and 16 more to return Earth. 32 years on this spaceship. This will be your fate if you keep your promise to Inku. So, looks like we have a nice hard choice coming up. That's what she said. Are we going to keep our promise to Inku and order the Yutai to take the spacecraft to Alara? Or we decide not to worry about Inku and order the Yutai to go directly to Earth. So we're either going to go to Alara or Earth. And if we go to Alara, that means we're going to help our new buddy out. If we're going to go to Earth, we're just going to be like... So, you know, I know my audience. They don't have a conscience, no morals. I know where we're going. Now, I know I said that like I didn't like it, because I love it. I think I was just pointing it out. Oh my goodness. Is anyone enjoying adult beverages? Maybe I'm enjoying too many adult beverages. Is anyone enjoying an adult beverage at the moment? If you are, drop it in the chat room. Let me hear what you're drinking. I like to hear, I like to know, I like new stuff. As our timer ticks down on the poll. Oh, we're gonna help our buddy. Love it. We're going to Alara, ladies and gentlemen. Page 27. And the slider works. Wow. I accidentally turned to page 26, and I'm gonna guess that this is, let's see. Yeah, I guess you're yelling at your three-bald friend or whatever the hell that is. Kind of looks like a picture of Nikolai Tesla or something. I don't know. You check with the computer. The ship has steadied on course for Alara. You can hardly believe it. First, you were a helpless prisoner, and now you are in control of a galactic spaceship. During the long voyage to Alara, you learn about the strange and wonderful alien life forms on board. The Yutai have made millions of video recordings of life on Earth. You learn how to retrieve them from the computer and spend much of your time watching them on three-dimensional playback. You see movies and plays, witness all the battles and adventures, and the great events of human history, and learn far more about Earth life than you would have in any school in the world. You worry about losing so many years of your life, but you know that the Yutai have many powers, so you order them to keep you from growing any older. From then on, you feel better knowing that, though you will have spent 32 years more in space, you will return to Earth with your whole life ahead of you, with knowledge of the universe possessed by no human being who ever lived. The end. You definitely didn't die there, so there's a whole other ending. Oh boy. It's gonna be one of those nights. It's definitely gonna be one of those nights. Wet the whistle. Wet the whistle and we start again. I can't spell or type. That's what happens when you try and I don't know. All these endings. It's not just this one. It isn't relegated to this book. You're an OG. You know how bad some of these can be. All right. Here we go again. I'm gonna blaze right through this one. Actually, I'm not even gonna read page 1. Yeah, you're in a plane. You're on the Concorde, 57,000 feet, Greenland. Look, it's a spaceship. What spaceship? Where? Boom. Okay, great. Page 6. You're sitting on a thick rubbery mat in a circular room. The room is bathed in a pale white light, yet you see no windows, doors, or lamps. You remember now, sitting in the Concorde, the huge white object coming at you. The plane was shuddering, and then, where are we? The pale white light turns violet, and mixing with oranges and reds, it brightens as if the sun were about to rise. A voice is speaking, except it is not speaking. You are hearing thoughts entering directly into your brain. We are the Yutai Masters. You are on the galactic ship Rakma, orbiting the planet Earth. You have been chosen to be a specimen in the galactic zoo on the imperial planet of Ra. If you refuse to cooperate, you will be sent to Somo. You may make one statement. Gonna be here till 3 a.m.? No, we are not. Although, I was considering after this, streaming some gameplay. So let's see, demand to be returned, or, ask about the Yutai. First poll up of the new read-through. I don't know, man. I kind of want to know what would have happened if we got it in, if we got the rock into the garbage can. So if for whatever reason we don't end up there, I will make sure that we read through that before I sign off tonight. Because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to see if we can get to Ultima. What if that was the way? Do way. That reminds me. I owe someone a pixel painting. Yeah. Pixel paintings, what I do in my spare time. Cool. Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna cast my vote. My vote is casted. Alright. So, we're going to be pestering the Yutai to tell us about them on page 4. Tell me about yourselves. You say, why did you choose to visit Earth? Oop, got it. Damn, I missed it. A little gnat flying around. We study Earth people as your scientists study bacteria under a microscope. We came to Earth in search of Ultima. Oh, almost got it. The Planet of Paradise trademark. Okay, so we can, on our next poll, on the next poll, giving me a microphone was a bad idea. We can offer to help these aliens find Ultima, or we can be smartasses and ask them how they think they can find Ultima by going to Earth. We are kind of at that crossroads again, where we might be able to find out what that rock does. It always feels like a bad... This always feels like a playthrough of a bad video game. Maybe it's just me. Phoenix, where's Ice King? What's he doing? I imagine soaking in a bathtub full of ice. With a crown on. Oh, I gotta cast my vote. Yeah. We're gonna do that. That's my vote. I don't know. Was it? Let's see. As time ticks down, it looks like we're gonna be smartasses. Oh, we're gonna be smartasses. What else is new? Page 25. Let's get that slider action. What's that? Sweet, sweet slider action. Page 25. Jump right in. How could you find Ultima by visiting Earth, you ask? The moment you speak, sparks fly about you, about your head, buzzing like angry bees. You dive to the floor and cover your face with your arms. The sparks die down, except for a glowing ember that lands near your feet. It flares for a few seconds, then turns gray and then black. Cautiously, you touch it and then pick it up. It's like a tiny, smooth pebble you find in the beach, yet it's denser than lead. You will cooperate. The voice is speaking again. Trying to gather your wits, you answer, I'm a human being, please. The lights flicker. The ship is descending so fast that you're pinned to the floor. You are unsuitable. We shall return you to Earth. Your memory will be erased. You will never know that you have ever been in space. Page 114. Going down that road again, guys. Page 114. You're sitting in your room at home, feeling very strange. What's happened? You remember having boarded the Concorde bound for France, sitting in a seat next to a white-haired man, then, reaching into your pocket, you pull out a pebble about the size of a watermelon seed. Why is that so heavy? You turn it over and over in your hand, then you toss it the wastepaper basket. It's just a matter of luck whether it lands in the basket or not. You have a 50-50 chance. Do I even bother putting this poll up? I'll put it up. I shouldn't, but I'll put it up. Is it gonna go in? It would help if I spelled correctly. Is it gonna go in? Or is it gonna go in? What a fine job of gerrymandering I've done. Alright, well, if Ice King is hanging, what's up, brother? Hope he's not, I hope he's just chilling, not working too hard. Because, you know, stress in adulthood. Let me place my vote. I'm a rascal. Let's see, where are we at here? Page 41. I'm just going to preemptively go to the next choice, if I can get this slider working. the hell? What kind of drawing is that? That is not the... Wait, what? Hang on a second. Okay. So, I think I went to the wrong page. The first time around. Ha 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 ha. So, apparently, they don't have it marked very well. Normally, it's like, if you want to do this, go to this page, and if you want to do this, go to this page. But for this one, it says, does it go in or bounce out this page or this page? And so it's like one sentence. So you guys originally chose for it to miss, and I read the wrong page and it went in. Or maybe I missed that? I don't know. Lost in translation. Long story short, kind of jacked up. Page 41 is the one where you miss. You miss the wastebasket, and the object bangs against the wall. As you reach to pick it up, it leaps out of your hand and buzzes around your head like an angry bee. Then, while you stand dumbfounded, the object spins through the bedroom window, leaving a tiny hole in the glass. You touch the hole. It feels as smooth as the rim of a drinking glass. Suddenly, you remember the sparks flying about your head. You were on a UFO. You rush towards the door to tell whomever is home, then stop short and think for a minute. Your whole adventure might as well have been a dream, for who will believe it? The end. So, either way, neither one of them led us to Ultima. But now I'm so determined to find Ultima that I might actually read this book on my... Come on. I might read this on my own. Because normally, once I finish a book, I am not reading one of these things again. Oh, let's, I guess we run that back. Let's see where we at. 10:01. It's a palindrome. Cheers to those of you who know what a palindrome is. My sentiments exact, Phoenix. That was that bullskit. Alright, let's see. It's 3 of 30 possible endings. And like a... I don't know what the math is on that. Alright, let's go again. I'm just going to skip us to page 6 where we have to decide. Page 6, voices entering your brain. We're the Utah Masters. You're going to a galactic zoo. If you suck, we're going to take you to Somo. What's your choice? Our first poll again for this new read-through is going to be... do we demand to go home, or do we ask about Utah? Utah, Stockton, it all comes back around. Another Palo whatevers. I'm not sure what that means, but it made me laugh, so I appreciate it. Whoa. That is... Look at that. Signs of the Dope. That is awesome. You should do a metal show. Or a metal head. Like this. Just do the metal show. Alright, another poll's up. I'm being weird. Yeah, I don't like that. Alright. Like my little swivel chair. For the record, when you have someone to interview, you don't give them a swivel chair because they will naturally do this and they look stupid on camera. Like me. Water. I need water. One thing I've learned about this, about myself in this quarantine, is that I touch my face a lot. It is ridiculous. There's so many little itches, my beard, and then it grows, and then flies. It drives me up a wall. Every time I touch my face, I'm like, oh god. Alright, we're gonna demand answers from the Utah. Page 4. Tell me more about yourselves, you say. Why did you choose to visit Earth? We study Earth people as your scientists study bacteria under a microscope. We came to Earth in search of Ultima, the planet of paradise. Trademark. Our next poll is going to be the same one we've kind of had to do the last couple times. Are we going to offer to help? Wow, that was... I just butchered the English language. We're going to offer to help, or we're going to be smart asses. And obviously, smart asses is ask the Yutai how they think they can reach Ultima by going to Earth. Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, Geekade's Twitch just had a brain fart or something and just crashed on. I'm rebooting it now. Yep. Oh, poll's still available, which is pretty dope. I can see that. Okay, we're gonna offer to help. It's looking like we're gonna offer to help. What's this button do? I don't know what that means. I'd sneeze. Excuse me. He said, bless you, thank you. Alright, we're going to offer to help. Page 22. This is something we haven't done yet, I don't think. Page 22. Alright. Get that ready. I will help you find the way to Ultima, you say. You want to help us. That is good. Now you will go to the chamber of Earth people. You are pulled, as if by an invisible magnet, through a long curving passageway that leads to an enormous room. At least a dozen people are there, seated in sleek chairs or on floor cushions. You see a sailor, a woman wearing a gown with stripes of different colors, a man dressed as a samurai warrior, a beautiful olive-skinned woman whose dark hair flows over her shoulders and reaches her waist. The samurai walks over to you and bows. Welcome to the chamber of the Earth people. Like you, we are all captives of the Yutai Masters. How long have you been here? 600 years. Wow. Since the time of Yoshimatsu, shogun of Japan. In that time, I've learned a great deal about the universe and about Earth, including your language. You don't grow old here? No. The Yutai Masters have kept us at the age we were when we were captured. You look around. Some of the people are reading, others are watching a video machine. A girl about your age is playing the flute. It sounds beautiful, and you wonder if she has been practicing for hundreds of years. I mean, the answer is yes. Next, you notice an old man with long white hair and twinkling blue eyes. It's Santa Claus. It's totally Santa Claus. His face has a serene expression, and you imagine that he must be very wise. A girl with long black hair and a blonde boy sit in the corner. Their legs are crossed, and their arms are folded in front of them. They seem to be in trances, but as you look at them, the girl smiles, as if she'd been expecting you. I'm Kim Lee, she says. And this is a drawing of Kim Lee, who looks very comfortable.
Look around. Some of the people are
Wow, that actually read that for me. Impressive. I didn't think that button worked. Let's see. We have a choice. Yeah, a video machine. Gotta enjoy the 1982 lingo. What they thought the future was going to be. Let's see. We can talk to the wise-looking man, or we could talk to Kim Lee. So our choices are talk to the wise-looking old man or talk to Kim Lee. Yeah. It's a video machine. Yeah. That is kind of the fun part of reading some of these books, is like what they thought the future was going to be like, or like this sci-fi future. It's always fun to like watch movies like Blade Runner, or like things like John Carpenter's oh my god, Escape from New York, Escape from LA. Well, New York was I love all those movies that say like it takes place in 1997 and Manhattan's a prison island. That's the plot for Escape from New York. Manhattan's a prison island, and it's just like the worst place imaginable. It's so much fun. All right, we're gonna talk to Kim Lee. That's pretty cool. She seems inviting. Page 117. Ooh, this book has 118 pages, guys. The second to last page. That counts as reading it, right? You talk with Kim Lee for a long time. Somehow you feel sure that she and you will be good friends. Is there any chance for us to escape, you finally ask? Kim Lee places a hand on your shoulder. We are like butterflies in a net, captured by the Yutai Masters. Soon, very soon, the Rakma will leave the Earth for its home planet Ra, your new home, hundreds of light years away. We shall never see Earth again. I've got to get out of here, you cry. I want to meet the Yutai Masters. Maybe they'll listen to me. Kim Lee shrugs. I could show you how to come face to face with the Yutai. Must warn you though, no one who has ever tried it has returned. So, with that foreboding message, perhaps foreshadowing message. Ooh, foreshadowing elements of storytelling. Do we decide to meet the Yutai face to face, or do we decide to leave Kim Lee and explore elsewhere on the ship? I can tell you that if I'm reading this correctly, exploring elsewhere will probably take us back into that story loop where we run into the guy who has the creature or being that has the Easter Island head thing that we shoved at them. I'm just gonna keep doing this because we're probably gonna run into that guy. And while you decide, I will finish this off. Or not. I will not finish that off in that one split. Yes. So anyway, it's always funny to me to go and watch movies from the 70s and the 80s that like thought, 2000 we'd have flying cars or, stuff like that. Like in the 50s and the 60s, they assumed in the year 2000, because it was so far away, we'd have flying cars and stuff, and that just cracks me up. But we are kind of close, I guess, with the Tesla and the self-driving aspect of the Tesla. So we're going to meet the Yutai. So there's that. I don't know. You can consider that, I guess, a check in the win column. Not flying, but self-driving. Page 38. Alright, Kim Lee says, follow me. We will find the Yutai. But remember, if we say the wrong thing, they will store us forever, like eggs in a carton. Your new friend leads you through a series of long, twisting corridors. Sometimes you pass through walls that dissolve at her touch, and then form again behind you. Suddenly, the Yutai Masters are before you. 3 spheres no larger than basketballs. They hover in the air, glowing like pink and violet clouds above the setting sun. What will they do? What will they ask? At first, nothing happens. You want to speak, but you dare not. Are you hypnotized by the glowing pulsing lights? For a moment you wonder whether you are still alive or whether you have entered an afterlife of another universe. The voices, rich as a chord played on an organ, sound in your brain. We have been watching you. We can predict everything you will ever do, ever say, for the rest of your life. On hearing these words, you are filled with anger and fear. You try to think of something that would truly surprise them. You know, you're probably right that we're closer to iRobot than really anything else, which may or may not be a good thing. Let's see. You shout, "Put me back on Earth." You laugh at them, so you throw back your head and laugh. Or if you say two lines from a nursery rhyme, thinking that they never could predict that you would say that. Oh, okay, nursery. I never know how to spell the word rhyme. R-H-M-E. There it is. So we have three choices. And I would love nothing more than to pick something that would actually surprise them. So I'm going to say, "Put me back on Earth" is not going to surprise them. Throw back your head and laugh, or nursery rhyme. Damn, I don't know what I would pick. Whoop. Gotta borrow the book again. Again, I don't understand why all of a sudden these books are only allowing me to borrow in hour increments. It's really weird. Whoa, that's a three-way tie. That is totally a three-way tie. And if everyone's voted, then I'm gonna have to be the tiebreaker. Alright. Well, as the tiebreaker, we're gonna throw our head back and laugh. Page, heck page is that? 76. Where did my scroll bar go? Huh, this is bothersome. There it is. Okay. Alright, page 76. Sorry, just get myself situated. John says rhyme. Oh, he should be on the stream to vote. As your laughter echoes through the chambers, the U team seem to expand and vibrate. Excuse me, U tie seem to expand and vibrate. A chorus of voices fills the room. We, the U tie, who are all powerful and all knowing, have orbited your Earth like a silent, invisible eye. We have seen all and know all. One thing only we do not know. What makes Earth people laugh? Congratulations, we figured it out. Hearing this, you cannot help but laugh again. A moment ago, you were frightened by the awesome presence of the U-tie. Yet now these all-powerful creatures are begging you for the answer to a simple question. Kim Lee steps forward. Now, I remember the saying of the Chinese philosopher, Song Qi. If we could not laugh, we could not bear to cry. If we could not cry, we could not bear to live. Do you hear the truth, U-tie? You say loudly and repeat Kim Lee's words. Nothing happens. All is silent. You start to speak again, but Kim Lee touches your arm. Wait, she whispers. Oh, hey. She looks so offended in this picture. Right? You see that? Like, why are you so mad, though? Like, what did I do? The U-tie need to laugh. The U-tie need to cry. Then you... Oh, excuse me. I read that wrong. The U-tie need not laugh. The U-tie need not cry. Then you are not alive, you shout the words without thinking. Not alive, Kim Lee adds her voice to yours. The U-tie quiver like huge, phosphorescent, that's a big word for a 10-year-old, jellyfish, and their glowing lights brighten, then fade. The rounded walls begin to glow more and more brightly while the air is filled with music of wild winds blowing through organ pipes, rising and falling, then fading as the lights of the Yutai flicker out. Kim Lee and you look at each other in the dim light. With all their vast knowledge, they were only dead souls, says Kim Lee. When they realized that they were not really living, they lost their energy. Since that was all they were made of, they ceased to exist. Excuse me. Apologies. What will happen to us now, you ask? We must learn to control this UFO. I know how to operate the invisibility screens. Shall I make this ship visible to Earth? That may be our only hope of being rescued. Oh, this is getting funky. There's our next choice. Are we going to say yes or say no? Are we going to say, let's make ourselves visible to the Earth, or let's keep ourselves invisible? Yes or no? And yes, we did in fact murk them with philosophy. We imploded their tiny, weak, dead-souled minds with some effing philosophy. Effing philosophy. Holy cow. This might be the first time in one of these books that we didn't die, but in turn caused something else to die. Oh boy. If, yeah, I don't know. That was brilliant. That was just brilliant. I don't think making ourselves visible to Earth is a good idea, but I'm not in the business of good ideas. Page 80. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, I just saw the page where we said the nursery rhyme. It's an ending. Yes. If NASA can see us, maybe they can send up a shuttlecraft to bring us down. Kim leads you to a luminescent panel faced with a complex pattern of shapes and colors. Pointing to a three-dimensional display screen, she says, "Here you can see all the man-made satellites and spacecrafts that are above the Earth's atmosphere." Earth scientists can see us too, you ask? Yes. You can imagine they are trying to figure out where this unknown spacecraft came from. Do you think we'll be rescued? Either rescued or shot down. That's what I was hoping to not happen. But you guys like to see us die, so... Now, there is nothing to do but wait. Fortunately, the computers continue to operate flawlessly. Even though the Yutai Masters no longer exist. You gaze out at the brilliant moon, then watch Kim Lee experimenting with the controls. She switches on radio traffic from Earth. Some in English, some in other languages. Then, from one of the speakers, a voice calls out, "We've detected you. We will assume you are an enemy unless you identify yourself." I read good. You read good on StreamYard Adventure. We do good. Kim Lee quickly speaks into her microphone. "We are Earth people on a UFO. We have captured it, but cannot control it." A moment passes, then the Earth voice returns again. "Your reply is unacceptable. Reply truthfully, or you will be destroyed by laser beams." Oh, so 80s. You take the microphone from Kim Lee, wondering what you could possibly say to convince them that you're telling the truth. Oh, what a sweet little drawing. With a choice. If you say, "I am the person missing from the Concorde, save us," turn to page whatever. If you say, "Try to attack us, and your whole country will be instantly destroyed." That's probably what you guys are going to choose. So let's see. Save us. There's an A in save, I know that. But this computer doesn't. Or, try to attack us, and your whole country will instantly be destroyed. Threaten. So your choices are tell them that you're the person missing from the Concorde and that they should save us, save you, or try to attack us and your whole country will instantly be destroyed. Just put that up there. The Matrix glitched. Someone have deja vu? Oh, let me show you the drawing of our good friend Kim Lee on the 1s and 2s. Let's bring that in. Looks so pleasant. Let's see. Wow. Everyone is in accordance with being kind and rewinding. Page 98. Right? That's not going to change. 3 seconds probably. That's not going to change. Page 98. Oop, too far. Page 9. Go to page 98, man. Whatever. All right. Here we go. I am the person missing from the Concorde, you say into the mic. There is a long pause. You stare at your watch. Minutes seem like hours as you wonder. Is it time? Oh my god. Wow. Minutes seem like hours as you wonder. Is it time for your life to end? 3 minutes have gone by. Nothing has happened. Then, this is NASA. Do you read us? Yes. We have obtained computer verification of your identity. We know you were the passenger missing from the Concorde. Your space vessel was designated UFO 5440. Ah, they did it again. We will launch a shuttle to you within 72 hours. Don't try to work the controls. The top scientists in the United States are being summoned now. We're going to bring UFO 54 down to Earth. Kim Lee is jumping up and down. Grinning, she asks, will you visit me in China? I sure will. The end. So, that's 4. That's 4 endings now. And that is usually our limit. We're coming in right on time. So, needless to say, I'm not drinking that. I don't want to. I don't like vodka. Yeah, stuff, I don't know, man. You've been here for just as long. These books are just weird. I mean, I guess for a kid in the 80s, these are probably fantastic. We're all adults who require infinitely more, you know, infinitely more. And so, we think they suck. I don't know what to say. That being said, you're right, Phoenix. No Ultima. But I really do feel like I need to find it. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that. But I will report back. That being said, this is always fun for me. I really do appreciate you guys coming down and checking everything out. It's great to have you in the chat, just chit-chatting back and forth. I think I'm going to call it a night. Let me just bring up the list so I can tell you what next week's travesty is going to be. So next week, we're going to be reading The Abominable Snowman. The reason I clutched the pearls is this book I feel like has been... I know it's been re-released. And I actually think that there was a set that was released within the last 2 or 3 years, like a box, and in that box, this one was definitely in there. Stuff, why are we waiting? I'm going to keep talking while you maybe finish that thought. So, Abominable Snowman by R.A. Montgomery, founder of the series. That's going to be next week. Just a few things to plug very quickly. I am one half of the Waveback Podcast. If you're not familiar with the Waveback Podcast is, Chris Randazzo and I pick a video game every episode, and we find in that episode some of the best music of that soundtrack. Surprisingly, there's a lot of that. So if you're interested in that, head on over to wow, hang on a second, there's been a link dropped in the chat. If you're interested in that, head on over to geekade.com. Not only can you get the Wave back and all its previous episodes, a lot of other great podcasts. Stone Age Gamer, Paper Cuts has returned. Let's see, there's all kinds of articles about wrestling, about video games, about television, all kinds of stuff. There's a whole lot going on there. Coming in August, I need a calendar. I really should write this down. I should write it down behind me on the dry erase board that I used to just talk ish about Vestlord. The weekend of the 22nd and the 23rd, Geekade is going to partake in its annual Pain in the Ass-a-thon. What that is 24 hours straight of streaming, playing some of the hardest video games known to man. You get to watch us miserably go through them because, quite frankly, we don't want to, but it's for a good cause. All the money we raise goes to colorectal cancer and colorectal cancer awareness, fighting for a cure for that cause. It's a great cause. I've been part of it, I don't know now, 3-4 years. Alright, let's see. Skim this article. I just found it. Alright, is there a way? Oh man, this article, let's see. Let's see. Where is it? Where's the ending? This is interesting. For anybody that's here and looking at this. Okay, so according to this article from Gizmodo, which was posted by Stuff Y, love you, brother. Let's see. It's the Ultima stuff that makes this book so truly weird. There are a few endings where you successfully return to Earth and are reunited with your family, but when you do this, it feels unsatisfying. I distinctly remember feeling like I'd failed because Ultima was out there if only I could find it. So you do the book over again, making different choices, always getting closer to Ultima but never reaching it. Never. Because there is no way to reach Ultima. It's there in the book. It's on page 101. But no choices will get you there. You can only reach it by thumbing through the book and finding it. It even acknowledges that you had to cheat to get there. Which means that even if you find it, it's still frustrating. That's a whole lot of ambivalence and ambiguity to lay on an 8-year-old. I can only win by cheating? There are no correct answers in life? Or is it some kind of Zen cone about achieving happiness? I spent a couple of sleepless nights staring at the ceiling trying to understand what UFO 5440 was telling me. So now that we know that that ending is on page 101, and we are ironically on page 99, I'm just going to go to 101 and read that page. What? Okay. Alright. So for you guys who hung in there, this is for you. You did not make a choice or follow any direction, but now, somehow, you are descending from space, approaching a great glistening sphere. It is Ultima, the planet of paradise, trademark. As your ship slowly and gently descends, you look down on a meadow filled with flowers. Beyond them, white-capped mountains tower above hills of golden green and smoky blue. Before you lies a crystal city, adorned by sparkling lakes and flowering trees. Your ship glides to a landing, and a portal slides open. The air smells as fresh and as cool as pine forest. Music fills your ears. Hundreds of people are waiting to greet you, the most beautiful and friendly people you have ever seen. Their skin is dark olive, and their large eyes are as green as spring grass. Children run forward. They hand you garlands of flowers. A man and a woman, each wearing golden wreaths in their hair, walk toward you, their arms outstretched. Welcome to Ultima, says the woman. My name is Alinka. Welcome, says the man. My name is Arkham. You have reached the planet of joy and beauty. All our treasures are yours to share with us. All of us here are your friends forever. Now the next thing it says is turn to page 102, then 103, then 104. So 102, if I'm not mistaken, let's figure that out. 102 and 103, excuse me, is just a drawing of what I can only assume is their idea of what Ultima is. Now, page 104 reads the following. Taking your hand, Alinka says, but no land can be paradise if you can never leave it. So you shall always be able to return home whenever you wish, in a flash of time. Thank you, you exclaim. I never dreamed I would find a place like this, or even that it could exist. As you can see, there is such a place after all, says Arkham, though very few from Earth's universe ever reach it. No one can choose to visit Ultima, says Alinka, nor can you get here by following directions. It was a miracle you got here, but that is perfectly logical, because Ultima is a miracle itself. The end. So, stuff why I really appreciate the article, because I don't know that I ever even would have thought to thumb the book, which is a weird thought because it's a digital book. Maybe if I actually had a physical copy of the book, I probably would have leafed through it or something. That's it. That's all I got. So, I like that we've actually uncovered some kind of crazy mystery, or some kind of conspiracy. We uncovered a conspiracy in a 10-year-old book, in a 10-year-old's book rather. I was just looking to see where Ultima was, and that came up. I can only imagine that you found, a lot of articles about the game Ultima back in the day. Anyway, it is always my pleasure to sit and hang out with you guys on a Sunday night and read these old books for nostalgia's sake. It's definitely more fun to read it with some adults who have some, very jaded views. It's always fun. As always, I look forward to seeing you every Sunday night right here, Twitch TV /Geekade, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And like I said, check out all the good stuff at the links up above. Geekade's social media is always fun. We always have something going on. Maybe the first article is not for you, but maybe the second one is. And as I always say, if you love me, my name is Matt. If you hate me, my name is Vestlord. Suck it. You guys have a great evening. I look forward to seeing you next week. Stay